Like many communities, a city in northeastern South Dakota has spent the past few years revamping its downtown. In tonight's Eye on Kettleland, Julia Lynn shows you the progress being made in Watertown.
With a population of roughly 24,000, this community has made huge strides in adding new businesses and restoring old ones. Watertown's mayor says a bar fire in 2019 actually spurred the revitalization effort.
And afterwards, we were left with literally a big hole in downtown Watertown. And rather than be sad about it, we took that as an opportunity to do something great for Watertown.
This park behind me is one of Watertown's newest amenities that opened in May.
There's some great renovations of some of our older, more historic buildings for upper story living. So the fire really was a catalyst, in my opinion, for the residential side of downtown, but the commercial and retail side of downtown had been happening for several years prior to that.
City Manager Amanda Mack says spaces like the Foundation Plaza is just one example of that growth.
It's absolutely critical. You know, we can build all of the roads and bridges and buildings that we want, and those are very, very important, but nobody is emotionally connected to, Highway 212.
Community members have embraced the town's newest attractions, and for someone like David Lewick, he is glad to see the city come back to life.
I mean, I grew up here when I was younger, so we love it. I love seeing the old Watertown come back. It used to be really happening and hopping, and I'm glad to see it come back to that stage again.
One couple who's witnessed the transformations through the years is Jill and Tim Makepeace, who just hit 41 years in business at Makepeace Jewelry.
We've seen a lot of changes in downtown, and right now, I'm sure as you saw when you were going through, we have lots of exciting things happening. The park, we almost have that urban, big city feeling, but still a small town.
But it wasn't always that way.
20 years ago, there was a lot of storefronts that were empty. And now I don't think there's a one.
Jill has been in awe of some of the building restorations like the Goss Opera House, which dates back to the 1800s.
Several of the buildings, the Goss has been just wonderful because for years we sat here on our corner and that building was all boarded up. And we said, oh, there's a beautiful opera house in there. It's too bad somebody wouldn't come and take care of that and maybe renovate it.
In 2018, the town did just that. Community members formed a campaign that raised over $5 million to save the building from being condemned.
So what we have now is a state-of-the-art facility where we host everything from birthday parties, anniversaries, engagements, weddings, concerts. But we are the backdrop and kind of the hub for the city as far as we want to be the backdrop for memory-making moments, whatever that is.
Other new additions include the sculpture walk as well as the crosswalk art.
There was a sculpture on the sculpture walk 2 years ago that my kids still talk about. Oh, why did it go away? That emotional engagement piece is just as critical as the infrastructure, the physical infrastructure that we build in a community.
For me, the people are the most exciting thing about Watertown. The local businesses, they've got a lot of new and older businesses downtown. They're really cool. I love that they keep a lot of the history.
With Eye on Kettleland, I'm Julia Lynn.
Watertown is also building a $36 million ice arena that's expected to be open by Christmas.